Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanan Namaskritya Narancheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jamudirayet Nashtaprayesha Vadresho Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavtham, Canto 2, Chapter 6, Text number 39. Sa esha adyaha purushaha Sa esha adyaha purushaha Kalpe kalpe srijati ajaha Kalpe kalpe srijati ajaha Atma atmani atmanatmanam Atma atmani atmanatmanam Sa samyacchati pati cha Sa samyacchati pati cha Sa he Ishaha the very Adyaha the original personality of Godhead Purushaha the Mahavishnu incarnation a plenary portion of Govinda Lord Krishna Kalpe Kalpe in each and every millennium, Shrajati creates, Ajaha, the unborn, Atma, self, Atmani, upon the self, Atmana, by his own self, Atmanam, own self, Saha, he. Samyacchati absorbs, Pati maintains, Cha also. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Original Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna, expanding his plenary portion, as Mahavishnu, the first incarnation, creates this manifested cosmos, but he is unborn. The creation, however, takes place in him, and the material substance and manifestations are all himself. He maintains them for some time and absorbs them into himself again. Purport. The creation is not different from the Lord, and still he is not in the creation. This is explained in the Bhagavad Gita as follows. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagad avyakta murtina matstani sarvabhutani na chaham teshva avastitaha. The impersonal conception of the absolute truth is also a form of the Lord called Avyakta Murti. Avyakta Murti means form, but because his impersonal feature is inexplicable to our limited senses, but he is Avyakta Murti form. In that inexplicable form of the Lord, the whole creation is resting. Or in other words, the whole creation is the Lord himself, and the creation is also non-different from him. But simultaneously he, as the original personality Godhead Sri Krishna, is aloof from the created manifestation. The impersonalist gives stress to the impersonal form or feature of the Lord and does not believe in the original personality of the Lord. But the Vaishnavas accept the original form of the Lord, of whom the impersonal form is merely one of the features. The impersonal and the personal conception of the Lord are existing simultaneously. And this fact is clearly described both in Bhagavad Gita and in the Srimad Bhagavtham, and also in other Vedic scriptures. Inconceivable to human intelligence, the idea must simply be accepted on the authority of the scriptures, and it can be practically realized by the progress of devotion service unto the Lord, and never by mental speculation or inductive logic. The impersonalists depend more or less on inductive logic. Therefore, they always remain in darkness about the original personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Their conception of Krishna is not clear, although everything is clearly mentioned in all the Vedic scriptures. A poor fund of knowledge cannot comprehend the existence of an original personal form of the Lord when he is expanded in everything. This imperfectness is due more or less to the material conception that a substance distributed widely in parts can no longer exist in the original form. The original personality of Godhead, Adyaha, Govinda, expands himself as the Mahavishnu incarnation, and rests in the causal ocean, which he himself creates. The Brahma Samhita confirms this as follows. Yakarnarnava jale bhajati sma yoga nidram ananta jagadanda saromakupaha adara shaktim avalambya param samurtim govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Lord Brahma says in his Brahma Samhita, I worship the primeval Lord Govinda, who lies in the causal ocean in his plenary portion of Mahavishnu, with all the universes generating from the pores of his hair on his transcendental body, and who accepts the mystic slumber of eternity. So this Mahavishnu is a first incarnation in the creation, and from him all the universes are generated, and all material manifestations are produced, one after another. The causal ocean is created by the Lord as Mahat Tattva, as a cloud in the spiritual sky, and is only a part of his different manifestations. The spiritual sky is an expansion of his personal race, and he is the Mahat Tattva cloud also. He lies down and generates the universes by his breathing, and again entering into each universe as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. He creates Brahma, Shiva, many other demigods for the maintenance of the universe, and again absorbs the whole thing into his person as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Sarvabhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punastani kalpado vishrajami aham. O son of Kunti, when the kalpa or the duration of life of Brahma is ended, then all the created manifestations enter into my prakriti or energy. And again when I desire, the same creation takes place by my personal energy. The conclusion is that these are all but displays of Lord's inconceivable personal energies, of which no one can have full information. This point we have already discussed. Om Jnanatimrandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Please repeat the translation. The Supreme Original Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, expanding his plenary portion as Mahavishnu, the first incarnation, creates this manifested cosmos, but he is unborn. The creation, however, takes place in him, and the material substance and the manifestations are all himself. He maintains them for some time and absorbs them into himself again. So this chapter is called Purusha Shakta confirmed. Here, this verse, the first Adhya Purusha, the first Purusha incarnation in this material world. That means Krishna's incarnation. Krishna is Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the original personality, Adi Purusha. And from him, as far as this material world is concerned, Mahavishnu is the Adhya Purusha, first person, first incarnation. Sa esha Adhya Purushaha kalpe kalpe shrajati ajaha. He creates the manifested material world, cosmos. Though he is unborn. And further it is said that the Supreme Lord and his creation are non-different. Creation, however, takes place in him, and the material substance and manifestations are all himself. He maintains them for some time and absorbs them into himself again. Prabhupada explains this verse by quoting the verse in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 9:4. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina matstani sarvabhutani na chaham teshu avastitaha. This is a verse, very philosophical verse. This verse has to be understood as explained by the acharyas. By speculation, one can come to different kinds of conclusions from out of this verse. Maya tatam idam sarvam, and spread everywhere in the form of avyakta murtinaha. Avyakta murtinaha. As Prabhupada explains, murti means form. But Krishna says, I am everywhere, spread everywhere, as avyakta murtinaha. And yet, matstani sarvabhutani. Everybody is situated in me. Na chaham teshu avastita. Yet I am not in them. Actually, this verse gives the complete description of the absolute truth. Person and his energies, These are the two things that we have to understand. Two fundamental things. The Lord and His energies as absolute truth, as one absolute truth. Vyakti and his Shaktis. In contrast to the impersonal school of interpretation of Upanishads, Puranas, everything, their interpretation is that ultimately everything is impersonal. And that impersonal has got manifestations as persons. Just see how it is. The impersonal Nirguna Brahman manifests as Sadguna. But all those manifestations as Sadguna are temporary. That means soul is temporary. What we normally call as Jiva. Jiva is for them a manifestation of this material world, which the impersonal Brahman, Nirguna Brahman, identifies with, and the entire material existence, entire name, form, activities, it's all illusion. It doesn't really exist. What really exists is only impersonal truth, which they don't describe. What is it? They say it's Nirguna. If you have to describe something through its gunas. So it does not have guna. It is indescribable. So there is something indescribable. This is impersonal understanding. Something that is indescribable. Just like you see many people who, jnanis, who are speculate, they say, oh, I believe in something. End, that something. I believe in something. Something beyond all this I believe. That is my God. I believe in something. This idea has come from a non-person something. All this person, me, you, gods, demigods, Krishna, have all come out of that something. This is the impersonal. We have to, like Prabhupada in this purport, he very clearly differentiates and explains both perspectives, so that we can understand, as Prabhupada says, the true perspective of absolute truth as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatham. The impersonal and the personal conceptions of the Lord are existing simultaneously, and this fact is clearly described both in the Bhagavad Gita and in Srimad Bhagavatam, and also in the Vedic scriptures. Inconceivable to human intelligence, the idea must simply be accepted on the authority of the scriptures, and it can only be practically realized by progress of devotion, service unto the Lord, and never by mental speculation or inductive logic. So what is that conclusion? The conclusion is in a very simple way, everything comes from Krishna, and everything that comes from Krishna is also Krishna. Yet Krishna is always separate from everything that comes from him. This is inconceivable. What do the impersonals say? From the impersonals, this has spread. What has come out of the impersonal? Something is there, from that everything has come. We say not something. Krishna is there, and everything has come as his energy, as his opulence, as his vaibhava, as his personal activity. Moment you say person, then he has got possessions, he has got power, he has got energies. So we say that the Supreme Lord as a person is eternal. Personal feature of absolute truth is eternal truth. The jnanis get misled because they actually see, all persons are temporary here. How long you have this form? How long you have this body? All I can see as limited. We never observe in this world anybody who is eternally living as a person. So they say that this persons that we see in this material world, they have all come from something impersonal. And finally the personal aspect has to, if you want eternal, if you want what is eternal, then you give up every conception of being a person, either God or you. So moment the person is gone, then differentiation, God and you, two kind of person is also all illusion, all Maya, therefore they are called Mayavadis. So right from beginning in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna establishes, never there was a time when you were not there, nor all these people in the battlefield, nor me. We always existed and always continue to exist as individuals. Mamayamsha jivaloke jivabhuta sanatanaha. You are eternal. Jivabhuta is sanatana, is eternal. I am eternal, you are eternal. And we see here description of how the Supreme Eternal lives in the eternal dimension in different planets, Goloka, Vrindavana, Vaikuntha planets. In addition to the Supreme Lord creating this material world, which is described in Bhagavatham as 25% Ekapada Vibhuti of that person, Supreme Person. Person is supreme. Can you ever think of a person without Shakti? No. In this material world, Every person gets significance because he has Shakti. He has Shakti to walk, Shakti to talk, he has Shakti to decide. He needs Shakti. Even if the willing capacity is yours, you can say yours, person. It is not Shakti, but it is person's faculty. But you need Shakti to operate it. I can have, let's say, hand or leg. But if there is no Shakti, my leg or hand cannot operate. So this body is a Shakti. My Atma has got Karma Indriya, Jnana Indriya, faculties are there. But that faculty needs a body. You need a Shakti to experience the rasa of walking, talking or walking. So person means Shakti, person means rasa. These are all absolute truth. In the jnanic impersonal understanding, in the ultimate sense, there is no rasa. Rasa means you need two persons. Or even you and your Shaktis, rasa is required. Rasa means relationship. So Param Satya, absolute truth, according to them, is no variety in it. It's one. There is no two. There is no Sevak and Savior. They have all merged into one and both disappear. The concept of Seva is not there, concept of Sevak is not there, concept of Sevya is not there. In the ultimate sense. See, the whole difference is between the impersonalist understanding and Vaishnava understanding is in the ultimate sense. What is the ultimate truth? What is Param Satya there? So they also have an explanation of Devatas. Even though they are impersonal, they have an explanation of Devatas. They have an explanation of Krishna. They also worship Krishna. But they don't worship Krishna. They worship Krishna as all part of the Triguna. There is nothing like absolute Sharira. According to them, if there is a Sharira, it is Maya Sharira. So Krishna Sharira is also Maya Sharira. Vishnu Sharira is also Maya Sharira. Maya, no doubt. But this Maya, Rupa, Nama, Guna, activities, all these things Maya means illusion. Illusion means what? Illusion of something. Illusion, the word cannot stand alone. When I see a rope in the darkness, misunderstand it as a snake, then that is called illusion. You are in illusion. You are not seeing the rope, but you are creating a snake in your head. Illusion means only in the head, in your mind. But in order to see a snake in my mind, in order to interpret a rope as a snake in my mind, I have to have concept of a snake somewhere else. Seeing A and thinking it is B, it is called illusion. A and B has to be there somewhere. Just like we see, these bodies are all illusion. Correct. That means I am thinking this is my body. What is the meaning of that? This is not my body, I have another body. I am in illusion, I am in this body, I am this body. Because we have our original body. Just like you have to have snake somewhere to see the rope as a snake. So in this material world, we all see each other as bodies. But these are not our bodies. That is the meaning, I am not the body. But as a person, I have a body, I have a feeling, I have jnana indriyas, karma indriyas. So I have there is an illusory world in which I adopt illusory body, illusory karma indriya, jnana indriya. I adopt artificial rasas. So no doubt, the ego in this material world, the ego that I am this body, is a false ego. Yes, that person is false. So what impersonalists, ascending process, they see all these egos are coming and going, so ego is not, that means personality is not eternal. But what does the Bhagavatam say? No, these are false egos. There is a real ego. A real ego is taking different forms and thinking that I am this person, that is called false ego. Doesn't mean that does it necessarily mean that there is no ego at all? Yes. If you are depending on your inductive logic, you will see I cannot observe any eternal ego anywhere. Every person dies, I see all are enactment as persons, but not real persons. But actually a real person is enacting as false person. The soul is eternal, active, but in the wrong field. So this personal understanding includes the impersonal in the eternal understanding. Whereas the impersonal truth, they cannot accommodate this existence of these energies. They say it is illusion. It's not real. We say this is eternal. Matter is eternal. Matter in its particular form is not eternal. It is real vibhuti, Aishwarya of Krishna. He as the first Adhya Purusha creates a causal ocean and lies down in this causal ocean. That's just by his sankalpa. There is no process and all for creation. Just by his sankalpa, creates a causal ocean, lies down in the causal ocean and breathes forth unlimited universes and expands into each of those universes as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and then expands into each living entity as Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So in this way, this whole thing is eternally existing. Creation, maintenance, dissolution, even if they are temporary, but the cycle is eternal. There is one energy, Mahatattva, which is going through all these different kinds of transformations. So it is not that it is eternal, it is temporary, it is eternal. Something that is eternal means we think, how can it be eternal? It is all changing. Now, even though it's changing, behind the changing there is the Avyakti Murti of the Lord. There is something that is changing in this manner. So there is There is an absolute truth. The Lord and His energy is creating this existence. In other words, impersonalists want to reduce everything to one point, impersonal truth. No variegatedness, no variety. But Vaishnava philosophy says that as per Bhagavatham, as per Bhagavad Gita, yes, there is one cause, one fundamental cause, but that cause is a person. And being a person, everything that you see is inconceivably unlimited, his capacities, unlimited energies. You can never understand the whole thing, as Prabhupada says. The conclusion is that these are all but displays of Lord's inconceivable personal energies, of which no one can have full information. Even Lord Ananta, the first expansion of the Lord Krishna, with his unlimited mouths, cannot exhaust the description of the glories or the energies of the Lord. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, self-realization means to understand that I am an eternal, humble servant of Krishna. I am Anu, he is Vibhu. Anu can never grasp Vibhu with his little intelligence. He is a Vibhu person, I am an Anu person. Both are persons, both are eternal. That means unlimited Anus are there, unlimited. They are all coming from Krishna. So Krishna is everything, yet Krishna is different. Material energy is said to be Avyakta Rupa of the Lord. So that is also Krishna. In other words, there exists nothing. If there is a second truth other than Krishna, that is the actual meaning of oneness. There is no two. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained, there is no two. Wherever you see it is either it's Krishna or his energies. His energies. His energy means it is him. It has come from him. In the absolute, there is no cause and effect difference. Effect is the energy, is actually part of the display or the opulence or the activity of the cause. So there is no difference between cause and effect, because it is eternal. The material world, there is a cause and there is an effect. You caused it and the effect has left. Once the effect comes, then it has no relationship with the cause. But in the understanding of the absolute truth, who is the cause of all causes, sarva karana karanam, and Krishna says, aham sarvasya prabho mata sarvam pravartate. That means from that cause, everything is coming out. That everything that comes out is the effect. But that effect is continuously related with the cause, because it is Leela of the cause. Why does everything come out of him? For him. Aham sarvasya prabho mata sarvam pravartate. For him. So how can you say it is not different from him? Even this material world is for him. In the sense, it's for him means it is to accommodate his tiny expansions, anus, who want an independent life which is not not relating to him. So it's called that's why it's called separated energy. A speciality is given here. It is separated energy for us because in this material world, when we are interacting, we get separated from the Lord. For Krishna, it is not separated energy. For Krishna, it is his avyakta murtinaha, his unmanifest form. There cannot exist anything without Krishna. If you say there is an illusion which is independent of the absolute truth, then how can you call it as illusion? It doesn't come into picture at all in the description of the absolute truth if illusion is absolute. Illusion is not absolute. Illusion means seeing A for B. There is a different understanding of illusion by Vaishnavism, by Vaishnavas, and by impersonal school of thought. Illusion's meaning itself is different. They say illusion means it doesn't exist at all. Nothing exists. But we say it exists. Something exists there. A rope exists there. And I thinking it to be snake. Mayavadis say neither rope is there nor snake is there. These are all examples given in the Upanishad. Rope and snake is all given in the Upanishads. But how they look at it, how we look at it is different. The subject of Maya is described in Upanishads, it is described in everywhere, in all the Puranas, everywhere in the Shastras. Where they understand it is different, we understand it is different. All the Shastras talk about Bhagavan. They also give Bhagavata Pravachana. We also give Bhagavata Pravachana. Their understanding of Bhagavan is ultimately maybe sattvic. The ordinary person is tamasic. Demigods are a little more sattvic. Krishna and all are purely sattvic, highly evolved. So much so that after that, Krishna, Rama, all are eventually will evolve into, behind them there is a Satya. Just like Prabhupada says, the Mayavadi philosophies, they interpret Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. It is not what they say, it is not that Krishna is telling Arjuna to surrender to him. What he is saying is to surrender to the unmanifest, impersonal, absolute truth which is manifest temporarily in this Maya world through gunas as Krishna Rupa. In other words, he is saying, their interpretation is, ultimate thing is to surrender, means to merge with the absolute truth. And in order for those who do not want, impersonal means what? They hate bhakti in that sense. They hate being persons. Because their experience has been person means there is no perfection. Everywhere sukha. Rasa means no perfection. Ascending process of knowledge. What they observe, yes, it's correct what they're saying. There is no perfect happiness, there is no perfect love, there is nothing perfect in this material world. We also say there is nothing perfect, but perfect love is there. They say there is no perfect love, love itself is an illusion. So you make it into illusion, and then that's all. Don't look for perfection. We say, yes, there is no perfection, there is no pure love here, but there is pure love somewhere. There is no real form here, there is no real sharira here, but there is real shariras in the spiritual world. There is no God and you, according to them. You idolize Krishna so that you can reach Krishna's level. So you can become Krishna. That also is, according to them, perfection of life is not to become Krishna. You aspire for Krishna, your Ishtadevata, you merge into Krishna, and then you merge into impersonal. There is no God, there is no you. So in a way, this is also covered Buddhism. Because ultimately atheistic, no? In the huge time scale you say, okay, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, they all believe in it. But they don't believe it as Krishna as the absolute truth. But Shankaracharya, who is the author of this interpretation, same books, Vedavyas, same books, same writings, Shankaracharya's interpretation. In the ultimate analysis, a little difference now why we are so much against the Mayavadis. No. There is no eternal Krishna at all according to Mayavadis. There is no eternal world, there is no eternal you. So it is covered atheism. There is no God. God means this only. You are God, matter is God, you are God. Everything is God. You have to ultimately give up the idea that God and devotee God. I am devotee of God. You have to give up. You have to transcend bhakti. Through bhakti, you have to transcend bhakti. These are all the dangerous conception when you go deep into why the impersonalists are also having Bhagavat Saptaha, why the impersonalists are having temples, Krishna temples. If Krishna has a Rupa and he has a Leela, which means it is under three gunas. Rupa, Nirguna becomes Sadguna. It is a Leela of the Nirguna. How can they say even Leela? Because Leela means you have to be a person. Therefore they say a poor beggar is Daridra Narayana. There is Narayana. A Maya Narayana is there, who you can think of as the God. But go in deep into it, you will see Daridra Narayana is also Narayana. So only by the mercy of the Vaishnavas, one can develop that firm faith that I exist, Krishna exists eternally. And Jivere Surupoy Nitya Krishna Dasa. We are eternally unlimited Jiva Tattva. There is no count to how many Jivas Krishna has expanded into. It's called Vibhinnamsha. There is no limit to how many Swamshas, how many Vishnu expansions he has expanded into. So inconceivable. And that's one Tattva, is Krishna Tattva. This is special contribution of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we believe in eternal Tattva, eternal person. We believe in eternal activities, Leelas. We don't want to annihilate form, name, taste, love, emotions. We want to awaken our real love, real emotion, real form, real sharira. What is the goal of Jnanis, impersonalist? Completely be detached from there, exists no form, there is no exist individuality, I, you, everything, all are illusion. That's it. Actually their philosophy is so easy to practice. In a sense, intellectually easy. You tell them, no, you cannot be God, you have to eternally be under, you are eternally subordinate to another person. They cannot believe. I have to eternally be under some person. No under and all these things. I am that. Tattvamasi, I am that. Actually, Tattvamasi is a great aphorism. Is a great, sutra. Tattvamasi. What does that mean? According to Vaishnavas, Tattvamasi, you are that Brahman. Tattvam asi. That means you are not this body, you are spirit. That is the meaning of Tattvamasi. Any questions? So Vaishnavas first understand that.
Harisha Prabhu. Prabhu, this I just wanted to have hear from you about one aspect of this verse 9.4, where because Krishna is Avyakta Murti, as
Also,
as presented in this verse. So
he's a Satchidananda Murti as well as Avyakta Murti.
Yes, Prabhu. So, but when he appears in this world, and he makes himself available to be seen by people who don't have faith also.
He's?
As Brahma Samhita explains, yet chakshuresha savita sakala, means premanjana charita bhakti vilochanena. Only by devotion you can see him. But even those who don't have devotion can see him when he appears in this world. So why does Krishna make himself available like that?
Because even without devotion, there is another aspect of Krishna. His Vaibhava is the first level of accepting his Tattva. Devotion is Rasa. First you have to accept Tattva. That means when they see Krishna's extraordinary activities, that brings people to understand that there exists a person who is unlimited intelligence, unlimited power, unlimited opulence, all that, Bhagavan. So, to demonstrate that, because now let's say Bhagavan has not come in incarnation. Now, we are all seeing only temporary persons. Now you see a person, Krishna comes as avatara, Dasha avatara, all extraordinary. No person can show that power, Shakti. To show that, he has to come within their purview of their senses. So Krishna has to liberate the living entity. He doesn't come here only for Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrita. So, he also comes for even destroying the demons, he can sit there and destroy. But destroying the demons is also meant for people to realize the power of the Lord and start getting attracted to Him. They become humble. They say, yes, there is. So there is a purpose in which Krishna, that is one thing. Second thing is, even if I am devoted, even if I am devoted, Premanjana Churita, I am seeing Krishna transcendentally, but still you are seeing through these eyes. Because your eyesight is, your soul's seeing is conditioned through these eyes. Even though the deity is completely transcendental, but if these eyes become blind, you cannot see the deity. So this, all incarnations, incarnations' meaning is, they become tangible to our material senses. And then with the incarnation of the Lord, that is why it says Shantarasa, Dasyarasa, Sakyarasa. What is Shantarasa? To understand God is great. To understand the tattva that there is a Vibhu, Vyakti, I am Anu Vyakti. That is Shantarasa. As you read Srimad Bhagavatam from first canto, you see the great opulence of the Creator, glories of Vishnu. Just this verse is all about, my God, He creates from His body this many universes, and then again He expands. All becomes inconceivable. It's a truth that we need not, you don't need too much philosophy. In the night sky, you look at the night sky. So many unlimited planets are there. Our solar system itself is one speck, sun with all in the Milky Way galaxy, where there are billions of solar systems. In that, this is one solar system. And the solar system is spiraling around the Milky Way. That means if you really look at the real space, we are not static. We are moving at lightning speed. We don't feel. In real sense, nothing is static. Then Milky Way is just one. That means there are billions of solar systems. We are not saying this. Science is saying this. It's a truth. Billions of solar system. Our solar system, our sun is the smallest sun. The billions of huge suns. Like that, billions of solar systems. Billions of stars. That is galaxy, one galaxy. Then these are names given by modern science. And again, next level you go, there are billions of galaxies. Now this is not philosophy. This is not philosophy. Billions of galaxies. What is the meaning of the existence of these things? This material world itself is not just meant for, we tend to think this world is for me, or world is created for me. No, for you also. But you don't know, we have no idea what is the role of, in the material world itself, what is the role of, it has no relevance to me. There are 1 billion stars in the night sky. They have no relevance to me in my life, etc. Even its own gravity is all too far away. Or sunlight and all, I have got some effect. But all those things, what is it existing? What is going on in those stars? What is that? Why did it come to? Why did it exist? Why does it exist? Why does it? Achintya. Even material world is achintya. You ask the scientists, is there an edge for the universe? Means even your known universe. Known universe means where your telescopes can reach, or where your philosophy can reach, your mathematics can reach. In the theory of universes, there is no end. Zero to infinity. Infinity you don't know, zero you do not know. Zero means zero, no? Nothing should be there. That same infinity became zero. This is called black hole. A big bang. The zero bang and then it expanded. All this is moving towards infinity. You are saying it's moving towards infinity, but your mathematics again says somewhere this infinity will come back and explode and implode. It may take, but in theory, not that tomorrow, as of now only it's expanding universe. How do they know it is expanding universe? Suppose a balloon is there. There are dots on the balloon. You blow the balloon. What happens? Each dot is becoming farther from every other dot around it. Correct? This is how they say expanding universe. Everything, the distance between every heavenly bodies are increasing. That means it's like a boom, it's all expanding universe, they say. These are all bewildering phenomena. That has got mathematics, that has got explanation, and grossly speaking, they are all verified. They are not speculation. Verified. Galaxies, big, billions of galaxies. So therefore, they say there's, we cannot. It's not a. We have to assume it is a closed universe. It's unimaginable. Only Krishna consciousness can go even anywhere near understanding it. As Prabhupada says, we cannot understand Krishna nor Krishna's existence, His creation. Inconceivable, because we are tiny, inconceivable. He alone knows His glories. But sometimes He also does not know His glory. He wants to step into the shoes of Radharani to know how sweet I am. She is finding me so sweet, I want to taste the sweetness, my own sweetness through Radharani. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Any other question? Grandaraj Srimad, yes.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I have two questions, Prabhu. So first is, in the society there are so many sampradayas, and in the ancient times there existed debate and...
Ancient times?
There existed a debate between... Debating ritual or like... But in the current society there are a lot of enemies who are trying to dismantle our society, dharma. So in this situation we have to go together or expose what we have to do. That's the first question, Prabhu.
First question let me answer. Otherwise I'll forget the first question. So, there are forces who try to dismantle dharma, all this sampradaya, everything. So what we have to do? To dismantle means what? In people's mind. Right? They preach atheism, everything. They say this is all nonsense. That is what? So they want to dismantle this faith in people, in the minds of the people. So the only way is we preach. That means we have to preach to the innocent. That is our principle, continuously. Preach to the innocent. In other words, we have to the atheistic people, they are also people only. Right? Who is trying to dismantle? They only. They are also people only. They are also servants of Krishna, but forgetful. They want to make everybody reject all these things, become atheist. So, by preaching Krishna consciousness, this is Krishna's plan, not our plan. Crisis is not ours. Material world, always there are all kinds of philosophies. That is why when somebody has to create in the earlier tradition, if you have to write a Vedanta, you want to Bhashya on Vedanta Sutra, through the Sutra you have to defeat atheists, you have to defeat Mayavadis, you have to defeat Buddhists, you have to defeat Jains, all Vaishnava the Baladev Vidyabhushans, Vedanta Sutra, if you see, that all these are countered by that sutra. So this, and it is explained there that these, in the material world, all these darshanas are eternally existing. Atheism is eternally existing with a philosophy. They have a strong philosophy, intellectual level, but not complete. So each of them have their own thing. So Vaishnava Acharyas come, like Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. See, we are all saved, no? Did we get saved by studying all the darshanas? We didn't even know what Mayavadism is. After coming to Prabhupada only we know what is Mayavada. That means who has saved us? You don't have to learn all this and save yourself. The innocent. And therefore we were saved. So we all preached and we became devotees. We were protected. Similarly, there are millions of jivas. Some are ready, you preach to them. Don't worry about somebody is not becoming a devotee. Don't worry. Only those who become a devotee, they are going away, you worry. They become devotee, now they are going into Maya, you worry. No, so many people are suffering. Arey, unlimited jivas are there. 10 times the population of human beings on the earth is in your mouth. The number of germs. Well, there is no shortage of jiva. But we have to feel for the innocent. Make them devotees. You feel for the innocent. and feel all the more for those who live the path of bhakti. Next question.
Prabhu, now we got the technology advanced, so we have a whole recording of Krishna book and of Prabhupada, in Prabhupada personally. Similarly, if we clone for all the scriptures Prabhupada's voice, will the same energy what Prabhupada gave us through Krishna book, will it reflect in the other, if we clone his voice through other scriptures?
Clone whose voice?
Prabhupada's voice.
Into which other scripture?
Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavatham, all the what books he have written.
All these are possible. All these things will come. As the years go by, all these things will come. You will have, you can have a Prabhupada Murti sitting and giving lecture. So it will be just another deity, that's all. Talking deity. Those who have faith, they will really hear Prabhupada speaking. They'll have got good experience as if Prabhupada. Those who have faith. Those who do not have faith, they'll say, "Hey, ये तो animatrix है, artificial intelligence है, ये Prabhupada नहीं बात कर रहा है." Just like they say, Prabhupada Murti, you see, this is not Prabhupada, this is plastic, this is a fiberglass, this is Panchaloga, this is stone, they will say. So as long as faith is there, you can all wonderful technology can be used. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So one small perspective from you I want to know. So in some ISKCON temple, Prabhupada Murti is there, and whenever they play Prabhupada's lecture, they keep for Prabhupada one mic stand. So how do we perceive this?
Just now I told you, no?
It can be. With faith we should have that.
Faith we should have. It is all to support our senses. Prabhupada is speaking karke. Because generally we associate, it will become more realistic if you keep a mic. Correct? That Prabhupada can give lecture without mic. But if mic setting you do, acha, theek hai. Similarly, Prabhupada, you can have picture. You can have a picture of Prabhupada and do Guru Puja. But you have a deity, which is more closer to real this thing. That's all it is. That whatever it is, in whichever way you want, in that way he incarnates. This is the point. Every word of Prabhupada, again, his writing, he is incarnated. Incarnate. Shakti is there. Shakti of Prabhupada is there. Vrindaraj Srimad Bhagavatham ki jai. Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It's a new edition, nice it looks. Krishna book, colorful. Now BBT is bringing this.